Get comfortable being uncomfortable. Do something that scares you. It's okay to be uncomfortable. The gym teaches us that. Good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you again. We have a very cold day in the gym here today. It's been this weird fluctuation between barely above / barely below freezing temperatures in the morning, and then by the afternoon it's like 50-ish degrees, kind of sunny. So it's a little warm. You know, you can get away with like jeans and a sweatshirt or a sweater or something like that, quarter zip. You know, that I wouldn't stay outside too long in that, but if you just run into your car and running around, you'll be fine in just that kind of outfit. Today, though, I think we're already at the high for the day. I think it's not getting much above where we're at the moment, maybe mid-30s at the best. Took a little longer to heat the gym up, but it's a little warmer now. We've got some layers on. More than likely not going to lose any of those during today's workout, but that's the winter time here. What can you do about it? We've got a good pull workout ahead of us. We are doing back and biceps today, and coming at it with a fresh outlook on this workout. If you remember, the last time we started this workout, we couldn't finish it. And I've thought a lot about, read a lot about, listened to a lot about individuals talking about, you know, if you just get out there and do it. I think there was a Jay Cutler TikTok I saw yesterday. I'm sure there's a Dr. Mike video out there talking about this as well, where just getting there is 50% of the battle. And if you can do that, you're already over the hill, right? And I do believe that to an extent. I really do. But there are those moments, like you saw in that video from last week, where it just can't come together. It really can't, unfortunately. And that's okay. You know, we're not perfect. We're not machines. We're not meant to just do without any repercussions, without any recourse, anything like that. And at times we just got to take that break to take care of ourselves. Even if at the end of the day, it's not necessarily what we want or wanted. Sometimes it's just what we have to do. But today, we're going to hit it hard, man. We are coming in here fresh. We're feeling pretty good. I'm really hungry right now, which is odd. I had a bit of I want to call it a cheat day. It's not really a cheat day, though. I just ate at maintenance yesterday because I was also very hungry yesterday. And, you know, I definitely satiated myself yesterday. Felt pretty good. Not overly full, but not like I was hungry anymore, like I had been feeling this last couple days. And right now, I'm like really hungry. Like my stomach was grumbling when I woke up. Very odd. It's not like I ate any earlier. I went to bed hungry or anything like that. You know, I generally eat my last meal around 7 o'clock, 7:30 probably is really about when. Maybe 8 o'clock at the latest. I'll have like a smaller snack, like some popcorn or something. And so I followed that normal routine, and yet here we are still feeling very hungry right now. It's just very odd to feel this hungry, but we'll get through it. That feeling is fading as we start doing some exercise here and moving about and focusing on other stuff. So I'm imagining it's going to go away here shortly. But today's workout, we've got this pull workout here, so we're going to be starting with our lat pull downs again. I really enjoy those lat pull downs with the articulating handles. It's a little bit tougher on this setup. I don't have like an official, you know, leg hold down or split squat roller to put myself under, so I use my barbell with some weights on it to hold me in place down there. But nonetheless, it's still a great stretch that I really enjoy. Last week, I lowered the weight to 180 pounds from whatever it was at, 190 to 200 pounds. And I noted here in my comments from last week that it was a much better ROM and contraction with that slightly lower weight. So we're gonna be sticking with that before we move on to some hyperextensions. And then in the middle here, I've got some bicep work, a little superset that I think is gonna be pretty fun. We're gonna be doing some easy bar curls with our hammer curls as well at the same time. So I've got a hammer curl barbell here. I'll be hitting really as many of the heads of the bicep as we can in one fell swoop there. And I'm actually going to be, I think, wearing, when I do my bicep curls, one of my like concentration curl or preacher curl type accessories. I don't even know exactly what you call them, but you wear it around your chest and your elbows rest against it, and it really just makes you squeeze that pump even more when you're working through that exercise. It's really good. So we're gonna wear it at least for the easy bar curls. Might keep it on for the hammer curls just for ease of access, but we'll see if that's feasible or needed even. Other than that, nothing too crazy the rest of the day. It's gonna be a pretty good workout. So let's get after it. Let's get set up for some lat pull downs. I'll see you over there. Oh man, there's something just about returning to the basics. You know, the basic movements, the principal foundational movements, like lat pull down. I don't know that anybody would call it a staple exercise. You know, when we think about staple exercises, I think about the squat, bench, deadlift, overhead or military press, those types of things. But a lat pull down, man, it just really is a difficult to replicate exercise in other forms. You've got your rowing movements, and there's tons of those, tons of different variations of that. But a true cable lat pull down, it just hits the lats different than any other exercise does. Feels good. You get a really good stretch when you actually, you know, let it all the way out. I am certainly prone to not doing that and stopping it too short. You know, keeping that tension on the muscle is good, not letting it go completely slack where the elbow is straight. But if we don't let it go a little slack, a little bit closer to straight, yeah, we're leaving some stuff on the table there. Oh, set number 2. Last one. I'm gonna do some extra reps on this one. Probably some myo reps at the end here. All right, maybe not. Woo! Oh. Man, those lat pull downs were something. I really thought I was going to have a little bit too much left in the tank there at the end. That's why I was going to do either some kind of pyramid or myo rep or some kind of setup where I do some extra reps there at the end. But man, even still, they are primed. They're certainly not in prime condition, that's for sure. We did some good work on those. I am happy with that. Now today's goal, apart from this workout, is going to be making sure we fuel ourselves effectively. It's so important, right, to make sure we're hitting our protein goals. I haven't had a hard time with that. I never really ever have. I know some people do. But I wanted to talk about this meal that I've been making lately. That's just been divine, which is air fried chicken seasoned with a little bit of MSG and then some curry powder on it. Curry powder kind of coating the top. Air fry that for 13 or 14 minutes, depending on how big your chicken breast is. I butterfly mine. That's how I'm able to do it that quickly. It comes out so juicy. So juicy. You air fry that, cut it into strips, and then cut those strips into halves or thirds, and then put it on a heaping bed of spinach with some cherry tomatoes, and then this is where we're gonna get a little crazy. You're gonna take half of an apple. I think that's honestly plenty for me with this heaping bed of spinach, and you're going to either thinly slice that or use a mandolin slicer to get some good thin slices out of it, and then cut those into smaller pieces too. Guys, I'm telling you, it is such a good lunch. Oh my goodness. I have been using, and I'll throw up a little screenshot here, but I got on a deal on Amazon. They had like one of those flash deals where they only offer like 100 of them, but I found this company that makes 2 different sauces. They're both sriracha based sauces. One is a gochujang sriracha and then the other is a curry sriracha. And I'm telling you, both of these sauces are, oh God, heavenly. I think they're a little bit heavier on the calorie side. They're like 10 calories in a teaspoon, which it doesn't sound like a lot, but a teaspoon's not a lot. That could add up pretty quickly. So on a normal plate, I'm probably getting 20 to 30 additional calories just from that sauce. But my goodness, it is the perfect amount of spice. I like spicy food, admittedly. I do like spicy. I don't feel like this is overly spicy though. I feel like the average person can handle this stuff. And you combine that with the curry powders and then the tanginess and the sweetness of those apples and cherry tomatoes. Wow. Not only is it a delicious meal and a simple one to put together at that, you can literally put all of that together while that chicken is cooking in the air fryer. It is filling. That spinach is nice and filling along with that chicken. And because you're eating that chicken, which is a protein, it's going to keep you fuller longer as it's harder to digest, meaning it takes longer to digest. Amazing, amazing little meal there. And the best thing about the spinach is, like, even with a heaping plate full of spinach, it's not even worth tracking the calories. We're talking like single digit calories here for the amount of spinach you're putting on a plate with a heaping amount. Crazy, crazy. All right, set 2 of these hyperextensions. All right, I told you we were gonna do chest supported dumbbell rows, and I changed my mind again. I wanted to do some more chest supported rows here on the cable after discovering, is that the right word, last week, that we can do this setup easily. So I've rigged up one of my handles here, and we've got some weight on this pulley here. I got 70 on it right now. Feels like it'll be about right. Feels like it. We'll see. We might go up, we might even go down, who knows. But we're gonna do the same exact exercise. At the end of the day, it's the same thing that we're trying to hit, right? So we're gonna stay pressed up against this. I'm actually gonna bring that up one more, get a good chest support here, and just really pull that in. Again, when we're doing this exercise, if you struggle with getting the right contraction, the right cue, I want you to think about taking this elbow and pulling it down and back. Down and back. It's not so much that you need to be taking it and pushing it down, but I want you to keep it down. I find that if you don't have that cue, you might tend to bring it up a little bit here. Turn the right way though. You might end up bringing it up a little bit more, a little bit wider. I don't want you to do that. I want you to keep it right here, focused, so that we're targeting that mid-back and pulling it across our body, okay? That's what we're gonna be doing on these. Same reps, same sets, same rest period, about 2 minutes. Let's get after it. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad we did that. That is perfect. A fantastic alternative to our chest supported dumbbell rows. We're definitely going to be throwing in this variation a little more often. All right, great first set there. Great. We did a little bit of extra reps there. We're looking for 8 to 10. We ended up getting out 12 because the weight was just a little bit too low. So I've upped it 15 pounds. So we're at 85 now. And I think this will be the right weight. We're looking for something a little bit heavier here. And that's in the realm of reason for us to be achieving here. So let's get after set number 2. Oh yeah, heavier for sure. Oh, good. Great. Wow. All right, third and final set. Oh, gosh, those are good, man. Those are so good. Don't ever be afraid to try out a new exercise. There are a lot of people who are just even afraid to go to the gym. And I hate that. I hate that. Nobody ever should feel like they can't go to the gym, like they don't belong in the gym, like they're uncomfortable in the gym. I would hope that you are someone who is perpetuating an idea of acceptance, of community, teamwork, motivation, and support for anybody who wants to go to the gym. But if you can get to the gym, if you can get yourself there, and you can ignore those inner demons that only exist in your head, I promise you they're only in your mind, about people judging you for being there, or you not belonging, not fitting in. If you can get past that, don't ever be afraid to try out an exercise you've never done before. There's tons of resources out there on YouTube at the very least. Pull up your phone, look on YouTube like you're watching right now. Look it up. Find that exercise. Just do a quick little refresh once you're at the gym. You can study it at home. You can watch countless videos at home to really like understand what you need to do, what accessories, what movements, what machines, all that stuff, right? But when you're there, don't be afraid to try it out. What's there to lose? Only you are paying attention to you, I promise. I promise. Unless you catastrophically fail, dropping something, breaking something, which is very unlikely, as long as you're being safe, give it a shot. Find the things that work for you. If you never take any chances or risks, life doesn't really amount to much. Get out there. Do something great. Do something that scares you. And please, please work on this. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's okay to be uncomfortable. The gym teaches us that. These momentary periods of time where we're uncomfortable, physically uncomfortable, mentally strained. It's okay. We push through that and we're better off for it when we're done. Become comfortable being uncomfortable. I can tell you right now, that feeling of uncomfortable never goes away. I'm doing this every day. I can't say it's uncomfortable anymore, but is it natural? I don't know, maybe to a degree, but is it still a little odd, weird, awkward, uncomfortable? Yeah, it is. But who cares? Who cares? What's uncomfortable about it? What am I worried about? Some kid across the world judging me, making fun of me with his friends? Why do I care? I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to motivate people, inspire people, show people that you can do it just like I do it. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to perpetuate what I want to see in a gym everywhere I go and what I want my gym to be. So be that. Be that voice of reason that people need, that voice of confidence, that motivation. Help people out. We all need it. But most importantly, help yourself. Getting comfortable, being uncomfortable, and trying new things every once in a while. It's not going to hurt you, I promise. And the pain you feel, the awkwardness, the uncomfortableness, it only lasts for a bit of a minute. And after that, it's all going to be smooth sailing. All right. Got our arm blaster on here. And we're doing some curls with this thing on here. So I was going to do hammer curls with this, and I've decided against it. We hit our arms hard yesterday. I don't want to overdo my biceps right now. They've been taking a pretty big beating with these additional arm days, and the fact that we literally did arms yesterday, normally I would take a rest day after arms. I ended up taking the rest day before arm. 2 days in a row biceps, not really wanting to do that, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're still gonna hit these really freaking hard to this arm blaster here and focus hard on that squeeze and that contraction at the top of each rep. So we're gonna get plenty of work in here, plenty of volume. We're not gonna leave our biceps hanging. Let's get after these. We got our easy bar loaded up here again with 85 pounds. We'll see if that's the right weight. I think it's gonna be the right weight. 1 minute rest periods on these, nothing too long or crazy. Let's get after it. Great. Whew, man, doing this with the arm blaster, man, it really just takes it to a whole new level. The pump you end up getting is just nuts. Nuts. Set 2. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. What a contraction at the top there, man. Whew. Okay. 3rd set. Final one here. Oh, boy. Man, these biceps are, they're pumped already. All right, last one, though. Let's do this. Come on.
Come on. Come on. Okay, that's it. Oh, gosh. And that's why it's good we didn't do those hammer curls. These things are fried, man. Wow. Wow. Just demolished. All right. Time for a little superset here. We got our face pulls and then our shrugs. Those are our last big movements of the day before we do abs here. Let's get after it. God, I love that superset. Set 2. Whew. Nice and slow. Those are great, dude. Yes. Number 3. Come on. Oh boy. Oh. Wow. Wow. Trap destruction, man. Last set. Most important set. This is where I leave you guys for the day. Let's have a good day, okay? Let's have a day that we control what we can control, but not let control us. The things that are truly outside the bounds of our ability to influence and control. It's all we can do sometimes. We get so caught up in this ideal version of whatever it is we're working on, pursuing, doing. And if you're working on that with more than one person, if somebody else has influence on that, or it just doesn't even actually concern you, we've got to let our energy be used on things that are far more important than worrying about consuming ourselves with and letting ourselves become emotionally drained by the behaviors, actions, and at times consequences of what other people do. As long as we're doing what we need to be doing, controlling what we can control, it's all we can do. It's all we can do sometimes. We can work to better ourselves and the people around us, but if they're not receptive to it, then that's unfortunate, but that's their problem to deal with, unfortunately. It does affect us at times, you know, what they end up doing. We just gotta roll with it. We'll get better. There are going to be better days ahead, brighter days ahead. So just keep trucking forward. Keep talking about it. Some of you have been leaving comments about how you've been struggling to get into the gym, get back into exercise, working out. I don't like that you're struggling, but I like that you're sharing it. Keep sharing it. Leave it here for the community. Let's talk about it. Let's be there for one another. It's tough out there, man. It's tough, and there's not enough support for anyone at all. Period. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. Keep working. Keep trucking forward. I believe in you. I do. And there are better days ahead for you. I promise. I know that to be true. Have a good one. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for being here again.